Hi everyone and welcome back to the September SD League WARNO tournament. Today we have our second game with RabidSquirrelX and Lathans. Today RabidSquirrel is on the left in blue as the 1st British Armoured Division. And over on the right hand side in red we have Lathans playing as the 5th Panzer Division. So we've got some British versus German forces, very World War II going on here. Plenty of recon rovers and foxes out there. And over this side, just the usual Jaeger Aufkall, a couple of looks spread around the map there. An early HE bomber in from RabidSquirrel, and a rocket gazelle at the top and bottom of the map. That's quite interesting. Not recon gazelles. That's what we usually see from factions. A rocket is an unusual choice. HE bomber just circling. Not sure what that was for. Perhaps it was intended to kill any early chopper rushes. It does have that forward cannon, obviously. Roland 3 is rolling in there, so it does need to be careful. Lux getting some good shots off against the Fox there, and the 3 Luxes have won that fight. HE Bomber is going in for them perhaps, though. No, it's veering off. Lux is heading straight around the back. Could go for an early kill on that rover command vehicle. Both players with commands early in the back points. F4FAA in now. Going for a kill on that Harrier. These rocket attacks. Choppers coming round the back. Could he be going for some early snipes on those command vehicles? I sort of wondered if Lathans was going to do the same with the Lux, to be honest. Tractor Rapier and Javelins going for that. It is dead, but they will be taking heavy fire from those Lux. A tank is on the way in, but they are slow, the British tanks. They will take a little while to get there. He obviously will kill the Lux once he arrives, but in the meantime, he's probably going to lose his anti-air. What is he up to with these choppers? This one could be going either straight into Foxtrot or going into the back at this point. Lux causing lots of issues there. Has surrounded RabidSquirrel's forces in Alpha. Certainly right now it looks like Lathans is going to have control of Alpha. There is a Roland there, so that chopper needs to be careful. Various forces coming in here. There is that chopper all the way up in that corner now. Really curious what the plan is here. I don't know if he's just keeping it for an attack late. No, he's moving it still. Very curious what the plan is from Rabid on this. But Lathans at the moment in control of Alpha. Just one squad left, really. Well, I suppose the Assault Pioneers are technically still left as well. They both have 3 squads or 3 infantry left. Oh, F4FAA came in and took that out before it could get near the command vehicle. And at this side, the same thing might happen. There's a Jeopard coming in as well. Obviously, there's no AA there now. So something was killed. Was that another chopper, I take it? Yes, indeed it was. Is that gonna... No, it's evacing, so it can't engage that gazelle. So this gazelle may get its kill. Not sure if Lathans has spotted it. He's certainly not moving his command. This will be an early-ish game snipe of that CV at this rate. Looks like he's targeting it. There it goes. And it is dead. That will now be +3 to RabidSquirrel. In the short term, there's a command here, obviously, which was planning to go to Alpha. He made it redirect it, or he made his way and buy something else for Hotel. Look, swinging around the back here. We've seen this done in the previous game, getting all the way around the back to spot what's going on in Bravo. There is a Gazelle rocket heading over this way very rapidly, though, probably going to try and take that out. However, it does have an autocannon, and we do know autocannons are pretty good against choppers. Very, very little in the top this time for either player, even less than in the last game. Anti-air jet coming in again, probably scouting for choppers. The Lux is... Oh, it's out of its 12... Oh, wow, it only gets 12 rockets, those Gazelles. Gazelle is probably going to lose this fight then. It did do a lot of damage initially, but yeah. Oh, very nice from the Tornado F3 anti-air there. Doing quite a bit of damage with its main cannon. Not to be underestimated, these main cannons on aircraft at the moment. They are doing a lot of damage. F4 FAA just swinging around there. Obviously hoping to get a shot off on that Tornado. Gazelle will escape on 1 pip of health. Lux is escaping with 1 pip of health. No real winner in that fight. RabidSquirrel's reinforcements have arrived. Chieftains and scimitars coming in. Another chieftain, warriors, and some rifles. And a couple more scimitars here. Tornado F3AA in a bad position against that F4F. Who has the better turning circle? F4F has taken fire from the Javelin. There's another Tornado and it is dead. Very nice. RabidSquirrel will be pleased with that. This is quite an interesting pushback, actually. Model 1A3's there with their Milans. Got a nice strike on that Chieftain. Second missile is coming out, but it is behind the trees now. Very nice push here, but lots of damage being taken. Panzermörser also dropping some shells. Oh, Leo 2A3 on the way. We'll need to see a challenger at the other side to take that on, I'm sure. Another rocket being called in up there. Rocket chopper, I think that was. It may have been the Fox, I'm not sure. I just saw something flash up. Another Leo 2A3. Interesting. Lathans going heavy tanks. No challenges at the other side yet. More warriors coming in with rifles. A couple of Gazelle rockets coming down this way. Obviously wanting to finish off that Lux. Supplies will be needed to repair and rearm that one. It's very disappointing they come with so few rockets. I mean, 12 is not a lot, is it? In the grand scheme of things. Compared to some of the Russian choppers that have like 64 3 times over, it just doesn't work. Nowhere near as effective. 3 Lux pushing up here again. This trio of Lux is working very well for Lathans in this game. They seem to put down just enough fire to do the right amount of damage and obviously offer a bit more survivability because there's 3 of them than just sending 1 on its own. Still waiting to see a challenger be called in here. Once those Leopard 2A3s come into view, we will probably see a challenger called in as well. Chieftain Mark 11 for the moment though, and a command vehicle coming in here. Currently it is neutralized, but a command in here will push it up to +2 for RabidSquirrel. I once again have no idea who is going to win this match. But there is one hell of a battle going on for this bottom point. And RabidSquirrel doing a very good job of getting back in there, but those Lux coming around the back. Scouts with the Law 80 doing plenty of damage. Have won that fight. Very impressed with those Scouts. Taking no losses themselves. They've managed to kill all 3 of those Lux. Interesting. Very interesting. Leo 2A3 is in and will be visible now. Second one is very close to the front lines. Some Leo 1A5s coming in as well. At the other side, no, just a Chieftain Mark 9 so far. And there's a Hell Arm coming in. Fair enough. Hell Arm is a good choice with its Ito. Gazelles have taken out that Lux and are now just scouting around. Has taken some damage, that one, and down to 10 rockets. Will need a rearm and repair. Another warrior coming in here with some arm rifles. Few units being brought in at the top now for Lathans as well. Still not very much being brought in up there for Rabid Squirrel. His focus has been pushing back into this point down here, but it will pay off. He will get a command in there very shortly. I'm waiting for a command to come in for Lathans for the top, to be honest. He could probably get one in this side here, or even probably at this side. That scimitar is very close to this edge, so it would be risky to bring a command in there. Still no sign of a challenger tank. Though these Leopard 2A3s are getting very close to the front line, they will take a significant amount of damage from a chieftain at those ranges. We can hit the button and see, so it'll be less than 1,000 meters, so it is going to increase the penetration of the chieftain if it can get into this tree line by a significant amount. Sultan command coming in as well. Gazelle rocket is there. Where is... the Hell Arm's over there. Hasn't actually fired yet, I don't think. Point is now neutralized. +2 to Rabid Squirrel. Leopard 2A3s are putting down a lot of fire, taking out a lot of these infantry. Hell Arm's away. He's now in range. I think he's going for this one. And it missed. And the Leo is retreating. One chieftain in, another one very close. Another Hell Arm coming in and a cluster bomber. Cluster bomber coming in. Very nice strike. Long strike covering that entire area. Leopard is dead. Roland is stunned. That's a very nice strike. I'd be disappointed that the Leopards weren't together for that one because he would have caught them both. But it's done what it needed to do. It will allow the other chieftain to come in here. And that's a chieftain Mark 9. I thought there was another Mark 11 coming in. Did it die? Maybe I just made that up in my head. Some more pioneers coming in and some more rifles. Anti-air jet being used to good effect against the choppers there. Tornadoes have come in and taken it out very quickly though. Although they did crash into the incoming infantry. And they have actually caused the assault pioneers to come out of the vehicle. That was an unfortunate crash for poor Rabid Squirrel. Currently +2 still to Rabid Squirrel. More and more forces being brought in to secure this bottom corner for Lathan, so he will want to get a command in there soon. There is the commander coming in fact. Challenger. Mark 2 coming in. Trundling along the top there. Perhaps not coming in the bottom then. I'm wondering what the plan is here. Lots of infantry being called in there for Lathans. Scimitar getting some shots off on these retreating tanks. Won't do a lot of damage to them though. Command is in here obviously. In this building. So Rabid Squirrel would need quite a bit to get in there. He has lost that other tank as well. And the Leo 2A3 is alive with just 3 pips missing. Challenger Mark 2 coming in for the bottom now. There's assault engineers just chilling next to the road. Another couple of Panzer Mortars coming in there. A little bit of defense in for this command vehicle. Nothing defending the one at the top that was destroyed once already. Those tanks being pulled very far back. They appear to be coming around the bottom instead. Maybe to deal with this scimitar that's coming in. Although it's already dead now. Scouts pushing up. They've been doing a good job, but they won't do us. But they won't do quite so well against Panzer Grenadiers. Point is now neutralized at the top, back to 0 points for anyone. Though Rabbit Squirrel remains ahead at the 24 minutes to go mark. Challenger has arrived. Challenger still trundling along at the bottom here. Should arrive soon. And another Chieftain Mark 11 coming in as well. Those poor Assault Pioneers still just sat there. Lathan's been using that single mortar to good effect. We'll now have 2 in instead of just 1. I believe the other one was killed though. Lots of units moving down here for a little bit of a push this way for Lathans. He has quite a significant force building up here. And honestly, it feels like he has more at the top as well. I'm curious how this is going to pan out. Challenger Mark II. I'm wondering what he's doing there. Is he just getting in a position to fire this way? Good use of mortars. Forcing RabidSquirrelX back. Ah, some resupply for those choppers finally. Oh, this is a big push coming here from Lathans. It may not look like a lot, but it's going to do a lot of damage. Challenger Mark II being shifted around. He needs to be careful with that tank, getting it close to the enemy infantry. But he needs it to be able to shoot those incoming forces. Marder depositing its troops. Popping off some missiles against that chieftain. That chieftain is badly damaged now. And it's dead. Commander's been pulled right back to the corner. Challenger doing its best to stay alive, but those infantry are getting closer and closer. They have potential to get a side shot on it. It's taking a shot from the Leopard now. Firing back at the Leopard, but taking a lot of punishment. Mortars in an attempt to stun it as well. Chieftain Mark 11 being pushed up to the front here. I was about to say, might have got a lucky shot off on the Leo there, but Bedford trucks with the rifles being pushed in here. Oh! Didn't get out of the truck in time, unfortunately, and these ones are stunned by the mortars. Very, very good push from Lathans there. Cannot fault that. Simply an overwhelming force coming in at both angles, the top and the bottom of the point. Once again, good use of... Oh, that's a shame. I was about to say good use of a cluster bomber, but the cluster bomber just went straight down afterwards. I think the Jeopard got the final hit on that. That will be disappointing, because it was... I thought it was out. Lots of warriors coming in there, but a very strong line here now with tanks in there as well as infantry. It will be a bit of a difficult task for all of these guys to get close enough. He would have to deploy them early, and then obviously they can take fire as they come in. Smoke would be a helpful thing perhaps right now for Rabbit Squirrel. Chinook supply coming in, and another Challenger Mark II and another Chieftain Mark 11 coming in there. I feel like at the moment poor Rabbit Squirrel is having to expend a lot of resources on this bottom point. At the top, I do note there are plenty of units sort of building up here for Lathans as well. A lot less perhaps in the grand scheme of things for Rabbit Squirrel, even if he does have the Challenger Mark II there. Rabbit Squirrel pushing hard here. He has managed to clear a lot of this front line. Jeopard being used to good effect against the infantry. Mortars also being used to good effect to stun all of those targets. Rockets are once again unavailable to him. They are out of their rockets. Challenger getting rearmed there. Second Challenger coming in as well. He will have a tank force to push with. I'm really genuinely surprised that these warriors and riflemen have made it this close. I thought they were going to get torn apart before they got anywhere near. So credit to RabidSquirrelX for that push, because I genuinely didn't think he was going to make it. And there's a lot less in this point now in the grand scheme of things. A lot was put into this push to this side. And now Rabbit Squirrel is managing to force him back. Just these Panzer Grenadiers here. Some infantry up here, but very little at the back here. Nothing really defending the commander. Leopard 2A4 has now been brought in at the back there. Jaguar also coming in. He needs stuff to deal with the Challengers, I think, is the reasoning there. And there come the missiles. Smoke at the last second. Very nice. A little bit of movement here. Those tanks and stuff have moved up to the top there. Artillery pieces now being brought in by Rabbit Squirrel. No artillery. Oh, artillery is at the other side. There is an M110 up there. Those assault pioneers are finally on the move. Starting their long jog to the front line. Leo 2A4 taking shots from the Challengers now. Glancing blow there. Just bounced off. This one's a little bit closer. Should do a bit more damage. It has smoked and is retreating. Both Challengers have taken damage. Leopard is immediately being repaired. As we know right now, everything gets instantly repaired. There is no cooldown after they come out of battle, so they instantly get repaired and rearmed. Unlike Wargame, where there is a bit of a cooldown before they can be repaired and rearmed when they've been in combat. Sultan taking fire. This is a snipe by the M110. Command has also been killed up here for Lathans. It is currently +2 again at RabidSquirrelX. Another 2A4 coming in there. 2 Challengers. I was going to say and a Chieftain, but the Chieftain's already dead. Challengers being stunned quite effectively. 2 Leopard and 1A5s in. All they have to do is do a little bit of damage. Challengers being reversed to rearm and repair. Does Rabbit Squirrel have another cluster bomber? It would come in handy about now, but there is a lot of air defense coming in. There is another Jeopard there. There's a Roland, which is pushing up. It is a bitter, bitter fight for this. I noticed there has been a little bit of movement up here from Lathans, but not a significant amount. In whatever happened up here, I do note that the Challenger... Oh, it's moved up there. I was about to say I don't know where it's gone, but it's moved up there because of those Leopards. I thought it might have been lost in the fight against that command, but I assume that was hit by artillery. 3 artillery pieces in now for Rabbit Squirrel. Still just the 1 in, it appears, for Lathans. Currently neutralized as the command was killed in this top corner. Very good use of tanks here by Lathans. There are 2 2A4s there now and 3 1A5s. Ideally in this situation, that long bombing run of the cluster bomber, if it could be brought in from the side to strike this way on, he might kill a few tanks. Helm is in to try and do some damage, so he needs to be careful with it, as there is a Roland there. Challengers getting absolutely pummeled. That's artillery coming in and mortars on them. They are routed and have had minimal repair. I think they're going to be lucky to survive this, as the forces from Lathans are pushing hard now. Command is also in the top point for Lathans, is now +2 to him with 13 minutes to go. For a long time it looked like Rabid Squirrel had this game, but Lathans has got a very strong push going on here. There are a lot of units, but whether he can move that up into the next point is up for debate, and he has a lot of ground to cover in the next 13 minutes in terms of point gain. And he doesn't have a lot up here. I don't feel like he could push the top point, though he is bringing in a 2A4 there. Leo 2A4 being pushed up hard by Lathans. Both those Challenger Mark IIs were killed in all of that. Another Challenger Mark II is on the way in now. Artillery being dropped on this forest area. Not a lot in its direct path, unfortunately. Lathans has managed to keep most of his tanks alive there as well. A little bit of an attempt to snipe the command here, I think. I thought I saw a little artillery piece shell going in there. Two M110s in now. Another two Leopard 2A3s coming in at the top there, so Lathans is planning to do a push at the top. He's bringing in enough forces to do so. Attack markers going down on those M109s. Two challenges in here. But I assume that Rabid Squirrel is going to end up trying to form more of a defensive position here now. A snipe attempt going in against this command at the top corner. Very good strike. Got it on the first hit. And they're on the move already. Counter battery fire was likely started by that. This one appears to be out of ammunition. I mean, that's the thing with these ones. They don't have a lot of ammo. He will need to rearm it. Challenger Mark II here has taken a little bit of damage. Have been pulled right back into the forest. Bigger defensive line being set up here by Lathans. Air defences quite far forward as well. Cluster bomber coming in to take out those tanks. They may have just reversed out the way in time. It looks like they have. Jeopard's getting some good hits off on those jets. They will get out alive though. It will be disappointing not to have killed those tanks, considering that one's on 1 pip of health. That one has full health still. Rabid Squirrel still ahead in points, and it's back to being neutralised right now. 10 minutes to go. Lathans has a lot to make up for. The decision that Lathans needs to make perhaps is whether he will push all of these forces down here into Bravo and take it. And if not take it, just neutralise it, so he gets a big boost to the amount of points he's getting. Do notice another command coming in for the top here. Those Leopards arriving. That Leopard 2A4 pushing up quite far forward. I mean, right now, to me, it does feel like Lathans has enough forces to take Echo as well. There comes that artillery on this bottom corner trying to kill that CV. Leopard 2A4 being pushed up. Leopard 2A3 is hanging back at the moment, but there's not a lot there. Obviously, Lathans doesn't know that. We do. Lathans also doesn't know what's here. That could be why he's not pushed. I do feel as though he would take a lot of fire from those challenges, but he does appear to have overwhelming force with the amount of stuff he's got in there. He's doing a lot of repairing and rearming, I think, in the meantime, though. Do you notice some tanks being pulled back there? Perhaps he's sending them up to the top. I'm not sure. Now moving up that way. Reinforcements to do a push at the top as well, perhaps. Some more rifles coming in, more defences coming in for the top now, including anti-air and infantry. Lots of infantry coming in from Lathans at this side of the map. And an Apache coming in, 2 Apaches coming in there. An attempt to counter battery fire against those M110s, the other one has been rearmed. CV here surviving at the moment. Rifles getting shot at. I don't know where they're running off to. Feels very risky rushing them out like that. I don't know if that was an accident. I don't think they're going to get in range to fire their lower 80. Oh, very nice strike against those guys. Unfortunately, they are on the move now. Almost very effective catching them there. The Unimog is going to go straight into that artillery, though. It's stunned. It's still moving slowly. Oh, that was a lot of damage. Oh, if there'd only been one more set of shells came in. Yeah, here's all the tanks arriving from the bottom of the map now. Significant force here. Lathans is going to do a push. +2 currently. If he can knock it up to +4... then he will certainly be heading towards pushing past the 760 point mark in the next 7 minutes. Artillery being used to good effect there. He's mainly hitting the actual forested area, so he's missing the fact that the Sultan is in the very corner. 2 Apache rockets coming in down the bottom here. SAS patrol in there, getting some eyes on. Good use of artillery here. Pioneer Commander is being run away though. Leopard is taking a bit of damage from it. Alouette 2 recon chopper coming in there at the top. Here's Lathan's push. The march of the tanks. 2 2A4s, 3 1A5s, 2 2A3s, plus infantry, plus artillery and mortar support. Cluster bomber coming in there, going for one of these leopards. Leopard being rushed out the way. Oh, maybe he just caught it. HE bomber coming in against these guys here. Will drop its bombs, is probably going to die. It's taking a lot of fire. Very nice strike, didn't do much damage to all of those, unfortunately. The one at the back certainly seems to have been particularly damaged. Tank being called in there, but it's going to be late to the party. Challenger doing as much damage as it can. This is a heck of a push. There's a lot of units here. Command has been killed. It's now +4 to Lathans. Rapidly catching up in points now with 5 minutes to go. No movement at the bottom. 2 Challenger Mark 2s coming in down there. I'm not sure what the plan is with those. I assume he might be going to try and... oh, he's moving them up to the top now. Another Challenger Mark 2 there as well. Bringing in the heavy tanks, but it's going to be too late, I think, to save this point. Echo is going to be in the hands of Lathans. He may be able to hold off the tanks heading into Delta, but with just under 5 minutes left to go in the game, Lathans at +4 will get the win. 2 anti-air jets coming in there, going for the choppers, trying to do as much damage as possible, but it does feel now a little bit like last-ditch attempts by Rabbit Squirrel to do as much damage as possible. One of these routed. I think it took a side shot there from one of those tanks because it was moving around. Tracks are broken. Mortars immediately coming in on top of those. Challenger doing as much damage as it can. Challenger up here, heavily damaged. Still taking fire from the 2A4, I think. 2A4 is pulling back, also damaged. A lot of these tanks have been killed, but there's still a lot of infantry coming. And there's a lot of forest here. Challenger Mark II here, very, very badly damaged. Still +4 to Lathans. He has already taken a lead in the points now. Just under 4 minutes to go. What a turnaround in this game. That initial push by Lathans at the start of the game and getting those units round the back pushed RabidSquirrel all the way out of Alpha. RabidSquirrel fought all the way back in, getting a really good position, a really good hold, while maintaining a reasonably good control of the top. And then, once again, all change as Lathans did that massive push at the bottom and then repositioned troops from the bottom, namely the tanks, to the top to do another significant push up there, which has been enough to secure him this game, it looks like. 3 minutes to go. The map is looking very red. Not a lot left in there for poor RabidSquirrel. It'll be interesting to see what the kills to losses are in this match. I feel as though this time it's not going to be quite so close and that Lathans is going to be slightly ahead. RabidSquirrel still fighting hard to try and get back in this point and do some damage. He does have a command coming in there, which he'll try and get in here, but unfortunately he will be up against the Jeopard, and even with an infantry command, that Jeopard will tear him apart. Chinook heavy supply just being flown over the top here. It doesn't have any weaponry in it, but it will be a bit of a scout and a bit of something to waste ammo. You'll notice there that that is using a lot of ammo to fire at that Chinook, but it will still have enough to kill that commander, I'm sure. Commiserations, RabidSquirrel. What a hard-fought game for both players. Loads of tanks coming in still, and some more infantry there, but with under 2 minutes now. I think it will be very hard for RabidSquirrel to catch up in points. It's certainly not going to be able to retake much territory now. Command is in there. In Echo, it is now neutralised. But there's the Jeopard on the move to take it out. Leopard 2A3 also moving up to take it out. There's only one place it can be. And there it goes. Units firing. Cluster coming in there again. Trying to take out that 2A3. Oh, anti-air gun is out of fire and hasn't managed to kill that unit. Panzer Grenadiers moving over. Warrior should kill that Jeopard now, actually. Jeopard really good until it's out of ammo, and then it's in trouble. How is it not dying? Warrior just missing every shot there. Lathans pushing into this back point as well now. Still +2. He's still ahead in points with 45 seconds to go. No movement at the bottom. Lathans concentrating everything on the top now. What a game, though. What a game it has been. I'm really impressed that commander is still alive with 1 pip left. 1 unit left. MW1 coming in, not seen that in a game for a long time. There it goes, look at that. And that's 1 very dead commander. Overkill, one might say, for a single unit left. Cluster bombers coming in here to take out those chieftains, very effective. Well played, guys. A very entertaining game, a lot of back and forth, but Lathans just pushing ahead at the end there. Yeah, few thousand in it in terms of kills to losses. Let's have a look at those kills and losses. Fox did well at the start of the game. Tornado did pretty well. Sort of a nice spread, but nothing massively stand out. Challenger perhaps there, standing out most on that side. On this side, the Lux did very well. Jäger Aufkull. Leopard 2A3. There was a 2A4 that was the standout unit there, though. The M110 did quite a lot of damage, interestingly. Jeopard did okay, but yeah, A couple of tanks, the standout units there for both players. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Please do check out the links below for Rabid Squirrel and Lathans, as always, in the description of the video. I hope you all have a great week.